Welcome to Food Nerdology. Today, we're diving into the delicious and fascinating world of apples. You might think you know everything about this common fruit, but trust me, there's a whole lot more to discover. Ever wonder where apples come from? Well, buckle up because we're about to take a journey back in time. Apples originated in Kazakhstan over 4,000 years ago. These wild apples were nothing like the ones we see in grocery stores today. They were small, sour, and not exactly the ideal snack. It took centuries of cultivation and selective breeding to turn them into the sweet and juicy fruits we love today. We've all heard the saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." But did you know there's some truth to it? Apples are packed with essential nutrients and antioxidants. They can help reduce the risk of heart disease, promote good gut health, and even lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. So next time you're reaching for a snack, consider grabbing an apple for a tasty and health-conscious choice. Now, let's talk about the amazing variety of apples out there. It's not just about red and green anymore. One unique variety is the pink pearl apple, known for its vibrant pink flesh and sweet tart flavor. Another standout is the Cosmic Crisp, a modern hybrid that's a cross between the Honeycrisp and Enterprise apples, offering a perfect balance of sweetness and crispiness. Did you know that there's a lost apple project dedicated to rediscovering and preserving rare apple varieties? It's like a real-life treasure hunt for forgotten flavors. Some of these apples have been out of cultivation for decades. But before we wrap up, let's sprinkle in a few fun apple facts. Apples float in water because they're composed of 25% air. And speaking of floating, the heaviest apple ever recorded weighed a whopping 4 pounds and 1 ounce. Imagine trying to take a bite out of that. Before we wrap up, let's sprinkle in a few fun apple facts. Apples float in water because they're composed of 25% air. And speaking of floating, the heaviest apple ever recorded weighed a whopping 4 pounds and 1 ounce. Imagine trying to take a bite out of that. Before we wrap up, let's sprinkle in a few fun apple facts. Apples float in water because they're composed of 25% air. And speaking of floating, the heaviest apple ever recorded weighed a whopping 4 pounds and 1 ounce. Imagine trying to take a bite out of that. That wraps up our journey into the incredible world of apples. From their ancient origins to the diverse varieties we enjoy today, it's clear that apples are much more than just a tasty snack. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and let me know in the comments which apple variety is your absolute favorite. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the world, one apple at a time. Cheers!